Welcome to Becoming by Angel, a place where we explore growth, courage, and reinvention. Today's message is called When the Door Keeps Closing. Let's begin. What do you do when you know you're capable, but life keeps telling you no? Not once, not twice, but over and over again. You prepare, you show up, you put yourself out there, you do everything you're supposed to do, and still the opportunity goes to someone else. The door closes, the email arrives, the call never comes, and eventually a dangerous thought begins to appear. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not qualified. Maybe I'm not meant for this. But what if that's not the truth? What if the closed door isn't a reflection of your worth? What if it's simply a reflection of timing, circumstances, or factors you'll never fully understand? The problem is that we often treat rejection as information about who we are, when in reality, rejection is often information about a situation. Those are not the same thing. A closed door does not mean you lack value. A delayed opportunity does not mean you lack potential. A setback does not mean you lack purpose. Yes, when disappointment accumulates, it becomes difficult to remember that. We begin measuring ourselves by outcomes, by offers, by approvals, by external validation, and slowly we hand our self-worth to people who barely know us. People who have only seen a resume, an application, a brief interaction, and somehow their decision becomes our identity. But here's what I learned. The people who eventually succeed are not always the most talented. They are not always the most connected. And they are not always the luckiest. Often, they are simply the one who refuse to let rejection define them. They keep showing up. They keep learning. They kept believing that one closed door could not determine the rest of their story. Because every meaningful journey contains seasons of rejection. Every successful person has heard no. Every dream has encountered resistance. Every path worth pursuing requires resilience. And resilience is built in a moment where giving up will feel easier. So, if you are standing in front of a closed door today, don't assume the story is over. Don't assume your opportunity has passed. And don't assume your worth has changed, because your value does not increase when someone says yes. And it does not decrease when someone says no. You are capable. You are still growing. You are still becoming. One day, the right door will open. But until then, don't spend your life staring at the one that's closed. Keep moving. Keep learning. Keep believing. Thank you so much for listening. If this message resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment below. Have you ever experienced a closed door that ultimately led you somewhere better? Share your story. I'd love to hear it. And if you like more inspirational content about personal growth, resilience, and becoming your best self, please consider subscribing to the channel. Remember, a closed door does not define your worth. Your value is not determined by someone else's decision. Keep believing in yourself. Keep moving forward. And no matter how many doors close along the way, keep moving.